Hello and welcome. My name is Joseph, Game Master of BloodtideStories, where I run my friends through a gauntlet of different RPG adventures in the immersed world of Pathfinder, where we play every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be diving into my homebrew world today, known as Dust Haven. I've been working on it for about 5 years now, and I'm happy to debut it today. I don't want to spoil much, so let's get into it. So don't forget to have a good drink and a good snack and enjoy the show. Uh, well, everyone, welcome to Zelcaster. The year is 4731 PV, or post-veiling, that is. Uh, this island nation lies severed from the rest of the Belmoran western coast, trapped beneath a sky that no longer sheds light of dawn. Once Zelcaster was a jewel of Victorian grandeur, a metropolis of beautiful dark stone towers painted with gold inlays, extravagant cathedrals of immense size, and a wine trade that could make a French sommelier blush. Its people danced beneath its jeweled chandeliers while merchants packed silver, silk wine, and ornate wares onto the ships bound for distant ports. And to the outside world, Zelcaster was a miracle of culture and wealth, a nation blessed by fortune itself. But prosperity doesn't always come by honest means. Tired of being kept to the shadows, the Husk overlords made a plan to get their vengeance on the royal family, who locked them deep into Zelcaster's catacombs generations ago. Using their magic, the royal bloodline grew this settlement into what's now this lush city, building higher and higher upon secrets buried deep within the city's cores. Every tower, every chapel, and every gilded arch stood upon the bones of this lie. The overlords were tired of this abuse and devised a plan. Unknown to the citizens of Zelcaster and helpless of the recourse they had started for generations to come, they did not only want freedom, they wanted the city to know their suffering. They wanted the royal family to watch their paradise they created slowly become a prison. A veil eclipsed the sky, and a magical barrier congesting the heavens. The sun did not vanish all at once, no. At first, the days simply grew shorter, the mornings came late, and the evenings arrived earlier than expected. Then the sky darkened into a shimmering, ghastly screen of violet and black, swallowing the daylight whole until the world beneath was trapped into this endless dusk. Before long, the ill became sick. Fever spread from home to home. The weak grew paler. The dying whispered of thirst, and the sea swallowed all ships coming to and from the Belmoran docks, leaving only splintered masts, torn sails, and empty prayers washing back to shore within the remnants of these ships. And the life of leisure started to fade as fast as the sun over this once prosperous nation. But here's the thing about hunger. It can drive people to madness. At first, they called it the sun fever. With the ill growing pale, relentless, and thirsty, physicians searched for cures that none came. This fever became an insatiable hunger that fastly grew to violence. This sickness was soon known as to date as the sanguinicid here, or more commonly referred to today by the Sanghir virus. Those taken by this virus curse did not stay dead, though. They rose as bloodthirsty creatures driven by instinct and a desire to feed. These creatures today are known as Husk, a shell of their former selves. The overlords did not only steal the sun from Zelcaster, they bestowed the people with the feelings they have endured for countless generations. A sustainable hunger for a freedom that they can never have again. Soon, these husks turned everyone they killed and drained their blood rapidly, changing the people of Zelcaster into these creatures, and the people were powerless to stop them. And yet, even beneath the sky that now refuses to open, Zelcaster has endured. 5 years into the veiling, the city of Felicity, now regarded as Zelcaster's last stand for humanity, sits on the edge of this once beautiful metropolis, fighting for its existence every day that the sun may appear and take them away from the nightmare they endure. But The past is now, and in the past, for now, many of the future is not granted for most. But every story begins with those willing to step forward when the world has decided to fall apart at their feet. And so tonight, beneath our veil, we turn our eyes to them. Not legends, not storied adventurers, but as citizens of Zelcaster, just trying to get by one more day at a time. And so tonight, beneath the veil, we turn our eyes to them noble survivors of Felicity. So, players, let the curtains rise. Tell us who we find beneath the endless dusk. Tell us what the people of Felicity see when they look upon you. And tell us what part of you still dares to hope. The stage is yours. Hello,
Well,
welcome.
hello.
I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to have some of my favorite players that I've met over the years and relationships that I've cultivated. Got a few new faces as well. Um, but yeah, hope that intro wasn't too anxiety ridden. So let's get started. Um, Zach, Robin. Um, let's go ahead and start with a setup with your characters. So, where do we find your characters, and what are they currently doing on this day?
Well, much to a particular daughter's chagrin, a father is very intent on having family meals whenever it is possible. And they find themselves at a slightly later lunch at the Bent Nail.
Everyone loves the bet now. Cheap mushroom ale, simple meals.
It is a simple table, likely that just smells of the age of the place. And there is whatever Kimmy would want
Are you
to eat.
Kimmy, can we hear you?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
So
I heard you talking
yeah,
earlier, but I wasn't sure if it was
sorry.
Coley bleeding through. I just wanted to make sure that your mic was good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, Kimmy likes coming to the bent now, familiar faces, and nobody looks too at her too oddly for making sure that, there's a tiny plate with a mushroom for her father, the hamster.
Yeah, I get. Wow, already. Okay, yes. At the table where the Malzim family is sat, rather, there's one chair, and then there
One
is a
chair.
hamster sitting on the table. This hamster is wearing. It's a simple gray and black, fur hamster with rather large eyes that they're quite embarrassed about. Just kind of blankly staring around, and their cheeks are full with a mushroom that they are nibbling at every so often. And just for passersby that are unused to the sight, they just hear a voice coming from around the hamster that seems to be wearing some sort of small, metal plating. If any are in particular to hobbies of dolls or little figurines, it looks almost akin to some kind of a plated armor of some sort. And as the hamster is eating, he will look up to the woman now sitting across from him. He's like, "You gotta make sure you eat every day. You can eat as much, and even if your job is simple, it is very important that you get whatever you can when it is afforded to you. When we have the means to do so, of course."
You do realize that I was living in the catacombs for a while. I know all about eating when you can. It- So, Kimmy is a young orc. It looks like her reddish hair was rather cropped haphazardly with a dagger. Um, and she's wearing an armored coat as she sits there and kind of pokes at her food rather than eating it. Not so much because she's not hungry, but just because her father is lecturing her about eating again. I really, really would prefer to be out doing things rather than, although I do like coming to the vet now. I mean, the food is good, but we don't have to come here every day for lunch, you know?
As you say that, you see a 6-foot blonde elven man. His eyebrows are a little messed up, so he has a very defined feature. You guys know him well. It's the tavern owner. His name, you guys all know, Ed Azane. He approaches you as you're picking around at your food. He goes, "If you don't eat that, I would have to feed it to the dogs outside. So you better finish your meal."
Yes,
I
it's very
already
important that
have.
you finish your meal.
The little paw, like one of the front paws of the hamster, like slightly slaps at the table.
Fine, I'll eat. Wow, I have one dad. How did I wind up? Mm.
It is almost like the people of the city understand that the young are the ones that need to have the most support. It's a very tumultuous time.
Well, I don't care if she eats or not. It's just if the ration ledgers come down here and do an audit on my food waste, we might lose some of our capacity. So I need to make sure
I
everyone eats their dinner. This isn't a Pink Floyd thing, but you got to eat your meat.
I miss eating meat.
The hamster takes another nibble out of the mushroom.
I'm going to eat. I will eat. I would never ever do anything to challenge your rations. You know, I try to make sure everybody gets all of their ration books and stuff.
Do you guys plan on
Fine.
going down to the central market and listening to Ren's motivational speech today?
Oh, that's right. Ren is speaking again today. I have to go.
It's
It's
Oh, if
kind
you're
of,
going, I'm going, so it's that simple.
well, yeah,
it's
of
not it's
course.
not for another hour. At least I think. If I could tell time, I would. Um,
Yeah.
you know, no sun and everything kind of makes it kind of hard.
Yes. Yeah, I think it is in about an hour that he's going to speak. Um, but yes, we'll definitely finish eating and be heading there. Were you coming as well, or did you want us to bring you any news from the
Oh,
market?
no, I'm fine. My wife will be going there with the kids.
Okay.
I have to stay here and close. I would love to, but I mean, between you and me, I'm sure it's the same stuff he spouts in the church all the time. If I take one more lecture from him at the House of Gentle Rest, I might just explode at this point. There is a thing, too much faith at one given time can be bad for a person. Or at least that's what I live by.
Hmm, I suppose so.
Uh,
You know, I can't complain. The sisters gave me what I wanted, so I have to give them what I promised them.
within their limited means.
Hmm.
It's hard to believe in gods these days when they can't even reach us. Hell, if you really want a deity, just go join the warlocks, but
Hmm.
I'm not too keen on their selfish behavior.
I'm not
Who
I'm not a big
is?
fan of the pencil pushers myself.
The little hamster does a stretch with its arms up, and he kind of like gets on all fours, seemingly having finished the mushroom quietly while Kimmy and Edda were talking. Scratches an ear.
Speaking of the church and business, how has your lessons? Are they lessons? I don't know how magic works. How is it going?
Good. Actually, I've learned some really, really great ways to deal with the husks. I can't wait to show you.
Well, hopefully that won't be any time soon. You don't need to go rushing towards any husks. They're very unpleasant, to say the least.
They are, but you know, ripping their flesh off and destroying them is the best way to deal with them.
You see that he's walked away at this point, has gone to talk with another table, make sure that they're doing well. He makes his rounds back, and he places a little, what seems to be like almost like a pastry, and slides it towards you. They have some of this blueberry preserve that they got in from the Union House. I made something out of it. Go ahead and try it. If it's bad or moldy, just know that it wasn't me.
Sweets? We will definitely take some.
I have to give something back to some of my most profound patrons. You guys are here nearly every night.
It's good to have a schedule, to have a rhythm. It helps you get through the day. Something to look forward to.
Again, just a hamster saying this. Like, he sits back down. He's like making little hand motions like he's still a person. And whenever Kimmy picks up the pastry, he will just grab a couple of crumbs because he is a tiny creature. And so he'll just kind of sniff it. Does it smell good?
Oh yeah, it smells like cinnamon and blueberries and a little bit of nutmeg. And it's got that nice fluffy puff pastry feel to it. It's only a few days old.
Just into the
That's the
pouch.
perfect level of stale. So the sugar has soaked perfectly into the pastry. Yes. Kimmy will make sure that the pieces that there is actually, some blueberry and some of the insides as well on the crumbs portion that is for Marius. She has to make sure he gets some sweets too.
Something
I
about you
think
can't have your pudding until you've eaten your meats.
That's right.
Hey,
The bug-eyed hamster will look up to Kimmy and be like,
So what do you think he's even going to talk about anyway?
Well, he tries to relay important information. Uh, I wasn't paying attention in the last lecture, so I'm not quite sure what he's going to talk about. It's one of the reasons why I was making sure to go on the market today.
You need to at least act like you know what he's talking about. So just have the tusks out, it's very convincing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Absolutely.
And then I'll figure out where I want to be. I'll probably just be in your hair.
It's a good spot on my shoulder.
now you know that I abide by the practices of Thamor. You see that as Edda comes back up. But if you're going to be on time, you're going to need to leave pretty soon. You know how the market gets during these times. Everyone's hawking their wares, getting ready. If you're going to find a good place in the crowd, you're going to need to leave soon.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I think we're all done. Kimmy had finished her food. And what do we owe you for today, Edda?
Just a ration card each.
he looked,
Pay the man.
Yeah. Marius, unable to
Yeah.
hold ration cards given his size, just like nods to his daughter as she pulls out their mutual
Pulls out
funds,
the
and then,
ration cards.
Despite his size,
Although,
the
Yeah.
rodent will jump 25 feet towards the door,
All right, let's get moving.
and then it jumps up to grab the doorknob and twists its little body to open the door and drops down with a bit of a plop.
We use kinetic force to open doors. Yeah, as you
There's
guys
probably a lot of force behind this hamster.
as you guys are heading out, you see that he puts up a hand to wave at you guys, and as you're closing the door behind you, he's just like, "See you guys tomorrow."
Yep.
See you tomorrow, Edda. All right, pick me up.
Pick me up. We'll never get there on time if you don't pick me up. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Quickly, please.
Oh. Kimmy will kind of deftly scoop him up and set him on her shoulder and then make her way along the street to the market, you know, easily kind of wending her way through any of the people on the street.
Absolutely. And you guys wind your way to the central market, where we're going to pick up our story with two of our other Zellcaster citizens. Well, Jaden, Steve,
All right.
you find yourselves having a meal at the Hollowed Bastion, the faction headquarters for the Silver Fang. You sit there with the Fang captain as you have your meal. She's kind of placating you guys over the conversations of taking your true hunt. Are you guys ready? I mean, your hunt should be very soon. If you don't pass, that's okay. Just make sure that you stay alive. You need to kill something of substance. Maybe a Daimotus, a Shadeless, even one of those dogs. I hate to see them and how they act. But if you're ever going to move up in the ranks and to initiate and get more arms from the armory, I need you guys to understand that you're going to have to put out something good. Draven will not accept anything less than excellence.
Absolutely, man.
Aye.
Understood. We've been running drills day and night. I think we've gotten a good handle on what we need, and I'm pretty confident that we will at least survive.
If we get in a sticky situation, I'm sure I can extricate us.
Absolutely. I have a lot of faith in my friend here.
I've been an initiate for 2 years. Sure, faith might be a little.
You're lucky that's pretty early considering what we used to do in the old order. You know how many years that I was training before I became Draven's initiate? 5. But the old order does not teach much in the lights of the other supernaturals anymore. We're mainly just focused on the husk, so I guess think of it as an accelerated program. But instead of being accelerated through your education, you're being accelerated to your potential death.
I'm no stranger to trial by fire.
Nor am I. I'll do a little bit of a cough and a couple sparks will come out of my snout.
I'm kind of, I pick up like a big, like chicken leg, like off the plate, or like whatever, like some kind of like meat with like a bone in it. And I'm kind of just like crunching on it. And like, we're talking about like some of the tactics that we've gone over. And like, I'm not really paying attention as I'm literally like chewing through the bone. Like my big, like boar, is it I would say muzzle. He's kind of just like chewing through it and then like talking, and then you notice like the bone has been bitten, chewed, and swallowed already, and he's just kind of keeping going. Not really asking Captain Vare too much.
Captain Vare kind of puts a hand on your hand as you're gnawing at these bones. You know, when I said get more calcium in your diet, I wasn't being very literal by that. You know that those can get stuck in your stomach lining if you're not careful.
Or they'll
This
hurt like a
body's
bitch
holding
coming
up
out.
pretty well. Yeah, now that could be an issue, but hasn't been one before. Why am I gnawing on the? He kind of like looks at it and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gnawing on the bone."
That's not gnawing on, it's gnawing through.
It tastes good. What do you want me to do?
Straight to bone tastes good. It's
Besides-
not even marinated.
Listen, it's a lot better than the food you get on ration cards. I'm grateful what we have here. I don't want to waste anything. I'll be more mindful.
Save your
I'm sure it's a
flattery
little
for the cook.
strange.
I'm sure there's much better taste. Could be using those ration cards and going to any of the taverns. I mean, but we are humble enough to have someone here that can care for us. At least our nutritional needs. But I wanted to tell you guys, I know we don't typically require you guys to do this, but Ren is having a sermon today out in the central market, so I would like for you guys to go. Since you're going on this trip soon for your true hunts together, I want you to get one last blessing from the Soul Curator's High Priest himself. Um, Enjoy it. Take everything he says to heart. He's a very great man, and he has nothing but goodness for the community. And I want you guys to have a little glimpse of the hope that he can provide before you trudge out into the, blocks and corridors of Zelcaster. Because once you're out there, nobody's going to be able to help you. I want you guys to understand that. You've been stuck here for over 2 years. Your time is coming.
I've been outside before.
Yes, but not in your newest
That's a while
capacities.
No. It's mostly hiding and running when I was out there.
I'll take your words to heart. We'll be careful. We will prioritize life as we've been taught, and I'm sure we can do good work. We won't let you down.
Do you have any questions about your true hunt that I haven't answered for you yet?
Something of substance, get a blessing, don't die.
Not in that order. Get the blessing first.
Yeah. No, I think we've got most things covered. Honestly, we'll finish up here. We'll make for the market. Make short work of it.
Sounds good. Remember that you guys are leaving very soon. New assignment orders go out tomorrow, so make sure that you're here bright and early.
Yes, ma'am.
9 a.m. She kind of thinks to herself when she says bright and early, almost like it's like more of a practiced statement more than anything. And she kind of goes, huh. Man, I should stop
Bright and
saying that.
Bright and early, round noon. Yeah, like we'll wrap up eating and things like that, and as we're kind of like walking out, I guess I'll ask Palm. I'll be like, "You believe any of this blessing stuff?"
It's not for me personally.
I don't think it could hurt, but I feel like maybe things are getting a little bit worse if we're turning to superstitions. But maybe there's something of substance to it. I mean, I haven't really talked with the curators myself, so good chance that if it helps, it helps. I don't see it hurting anything.
Oh, no. Superstitions don't usually hurt. Usually. And yeah, we'll make our way down to the market, kind of just casual chit chat. We've kind of gone this way several times together.
Absolutely.
They've shown me around the market.
Yeah.
I don't think that many people. I frequent the market, so I don't think that many people are ever startled or even bothered by like my strange appearance. I think I know at least a chunk of the vendors, maybe not by name, but by having shopped there plenty of times. And just kind of, I like to interact with the people in the market, so
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I kind of fit in there. I know the roads.
It's
And I've been here for a lot longer, so you
Yeah,
get
you've been
lost.
here a lot longer. You're the one who kind of showed me most of the roads, so.
I am a scout after all.
it was funny. I'm just now kind of realizing this, and this is totally out of game. But like when I told you guys earlier that because we were talking about all your backstories and everything, I didn't realize that I put one person with a camera and one PNG tuber together. It was almost perfect. The only thing
Yeah.
I'm missing is I should have swapped Doe and Jane's places. If we would have been totally in line. But anyways, we have one last day to entail. There is two very special people here today, Mark and Doe. You guys pick up as you are climbing out of the sewers of the Silver Unders and back through the airlock that's been put in place to make sure that no husk or anything of that kind can come through. And you guys had just got back from the Silver Unders, retrieving a small shipment of wine that was ordered by one of the taverns. You find yourselves waiting for the door threshold to open. You may pick up from there.
So, Sasha is like a human male, with like mid-20s with blue eyes and black and gray hair. And he looks over to Dinu as they've been waiting for some time and says, Dinu, do you want to go to tavern today? Or are we going back to Union House?
Next to Sasha, there's this like scraggly looking humanoid with like sort of wispy black hair and these weird looking reflective red eyes. And like he seems to be spacing out a little bit. Initially like staring at a corner where like a weird humanoid shadow is watching him. And then he like snaps back to reality and goes, "Huh? What? Uh, I mean, we do have to drop these at the tavern, but we have to report back first. So let's go back to the Union House. Yes.
Yes, but after we drink, right?
Um. Okay.
Okay, good. I was a little worried out there, you know. Uh, Death
You
Wish
see,
was very quiet today.
you see, like, the humanoid shadow from the corner, like, slowly slink over to you, and it's staring right at you.
Yes, I know you were here. What do you want? You not say anything in sewer. Now you want to talk?
You got a roach on your nose.
Ugh!
Over it again.
How long was it there? Ugh. You're going
Wow.
to need to figure something out.
You hear a large metal door open up, and you see a familiar face. One of the many gatekeepers from the ways that you guys come up from the Silver Unders and through the catacombs. This one in particular, his name is Yosip. And he looks to you guys. Good run then, nobody was hurt. I hope you guys are okay.
Just my pride. Nothing else.
Yes, I didn't lose my finger like last time, so that's good, yeah?
We
I s-
reattached, it's fine.
I would mark it so that no loss of limbs is probably a good endeavor. You guys got the shipment for Fioma's, right?
Yeah, here it is.
I will take it down.
We did
Like-
not drink any of it.
I would hope not. That's a 20-year vintage. She'd be very angry if you did.
Whoa,
I
that's
did.
even older than the building.
I did overhear. I was at the house on my break. Apparently, the foreman was actually asking for you, so not to build on your conversation, but you should probably go there first.
What's his mood? Is good or is bad?
Indifferent.
That is bad.
Oh no.
Your relationship with the foreman is your relationship. I try not to piss him off too much.
I do not like neutral.
Well, you guys are good to
Sasha's
go.
going to-
We're not going to hold this door open very longer.
Oh, yes, coming.
Yeah, so are we're like pulling the crates through?
Yeah, you guys basically have we're running through the catacombs with about 24 bottles apiece. You guys are used to running these long distances with objects like this.
What do you think that's foreman want,
Uh, I I do not know, but it doesn't sound good. I mean, if it's, or maybe he wants to tell us something. Uh,
Maybe give pat on back for job well done, huh? Yeah?
I I hope so. I I really need it.
Sasha will pat Dino on the back reassuringly.
And you hear the grinding of metal closing behind you guys as Yosep kind of re-engages all of the locks on the door. You guys, this is pretty practiced for you guys. Understand the area pretty well. Most of these doors are bolted to the T. You can make a locksmith days to figure out how to open this. But each gatekeeper has their own ways, and they're assigned to their own doors. Just a common practice within the Union.
So I think we're going to make our way back to the Union House to speak to the foreman that wants to see us.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Sounds good. So heading over to the Union House, the Union House, as we all know, is the trading house headquarters for most of the runners who run back and forth to the Blackblood settlement known as the Silver Unders. It's a 3-story building connected to a warehouse who sells goods and services to businesses of all kinds in Felicity, and is probably one of the main drivers of the. Don't mute your mic. One of the main drivers of commerce for the people who own stalls within the markets. And of course, the Union House would not be where they are without the Blackblood settlements. And it's unfortunate that they cannot join you and they must stay where they are in life. But hopefully a breakthrough in the sciences will come through to allow them through the warding and so that they might live with you guys. But until that day comes, you go through the double doors leading into the Union House of the Last Road. You see lots of people moving boxes about, signing paperwork, getting order forms done, and merchants in line looking for new acquisitions of wares. And above all of the loud talking and banging and moving, you hear a booming male voice. And it's kind of almost like being yelled at by your dad. You just kind of stop in place and go, "Yep, that was for me." And you see this older gentleman, this sort of orcish figure. Of course, this is Foreman Melbrick. Hey, you two, come here. I've been looking for you for the last 5 hours.
Sorry.
We were working.
We were working.
Were you walking the whole way there? I was expecting you here 2 hours ago.
It is tiring work, you know?
Are you alright? Did you get attacked by any husk?
A few, but we made it just fine.
Good. I have a few in inner city runs I need you to do before you clock out for the day. I need you to take that wine, post haste, down to Thelma's. She keeps sending letters for it. She says it's very expensive and she needs it for a tasting tomorrow. I need you to make sure that it gets there tonight, especially before the preacher goes on stage. But after that, and he kind of gestures to another box. We got a box of these dolls in. There's a toy seller by the name of Rue. Please take these down to her at the Central Markets, and if you want to watch the priest spill his fables about how life is too precious to lose, just stay. Maybe it might motivate you to do your job faster next time.
I did not know about that, but we go. We make delivery.
Yes, sir.
He turns around and starts immediately barking orders towards another set of Union members, looking about, looking like they have nothing to do, which is his favorite person to find. Because for sure enough, he starts to bark orders at them to tell them what to do.
Sasha leans into Dino. He's very grumpy, yes.
Oh, yes, for sure. But I think sometimes he's nice. Just, it's really hard not to piss him off.
As you say that, he turns around to look at the two of you. Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to go?
We are going. It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
Within a train instance, he snaps 45 degrees to the right and points at this small halfling man. And you meet me in my office. We need to talk about a conduct mark on your resident card. And as he says that, he walks off to pursue the halfling.
Some union, eh?
Well, I think the working conditions are somewhat fair. Not that I've worked in a lot of places.
All things considered, yes. We should go.
Okay.
I buy you drink after this is all done. After speech, maybe?
Can I get a drink too?
No, you cannot get a drink. You just be there and, I don't know, hang around, be shadow. Quiet, like shadow, okay?
I'll think about it.
You never listen. Okay.
So, are we going to drop off the toys first and head to Thelma's, or just heading over to Thelma's since it's kind of like the heaviest thing you have?
We'll do Thelma's first to get rid of the heavy stuff first.
Okay. So you guys head down. It takes you about 20 minutes to get to I almost said Velma's. Thelma's. Just because, you know, the streets are so congested this time of night. And there's a lot of alleyways to slip behind. And a lot of arguing to be had with someone's shadow. Excuse me. A lot of talking. All right. As you head into Thelma's, you see, as you've always seen, that you guys have delivered wine to Thelma very, very often. Typically, for your love of alchemical items, you know, what's alchemy items and just things in a brewery sometimes. And so, typically, when it comes to curating wines, your Fox, you are picked. It's Oliver, right?
Sasha.
Or Sasha. Sasha, you're picked for this task often, as you may not be an entire connoisseur of wine, but you know your way around a bottle and you can speak most languages. Heading into Thelma's, though, you guys open the large oak door. It swings open, and you see candle lit everywhere on these tables. In the foreground, you see Thelma stands there, holding a bottle of wine, pouring it into someone's glass. And she kind of swoops her hair to the left, you know, showing the grays in the years in her hair. She looks to you all. Oh, great! I'm so happy that you guys are here.
We brought your shipment. It's wine, right?
Yes, the 20-year Pinot Noir I was looking for.
Yes, it's here. And I like set down one of the what did you say this was packaged in? Was it like a box?
Yeah,
or
it's
are we
just like a box. It's like a little crate.
I set down the crate.
That's excellent. Did the Blackbloods, did they say where they found it?
But we found it.
Oh, did you not trade with the Black Bloods for it? You found it on your own.
No,
Yes.
we
True. You speak.
we did trade it. Um, I think they asked for what was it? Some kind of different alcoholic beverage. I think they call it moonshine.
Hmm. I don't typically dabble in that. I mean, you could go if you found some. I'm sure you could offload it down at the Dungeon Dines and Wines. I'm sure he would love to have something like that for his theme days.
That is good tip. Thank you.
But just wines for me. That's all I'd like. And if you guys could find a good mead or sake, I mean, I would be down for that too. But I will send my order tomorrow with the foreman. It was nice seeing you guys, and she kind of reaches into her pockets and she hands you 2 cards, a tip. She hands you each a ration card. And some of you might be asking, hey, what's a ration card? I know I've said this a lot, and we haven't really explained what it is. So a ration card is basically, since food is limited within the very limited amount of space that we have here, and a lot of it's scavenged and grown, and there's no sunlight for actual crop. In order to make sure everyone gets their fair share, they're paid with ration cards for the most part. Sometimes silver pences, but it just depends on the person and how they are doing their transaction. But it makes sure that if you work, you get food. And most of the places that sell food or services in regards to drinks would typically accept them instead of silver pences. Well, sounds like you guys are done here, so we can head over to the market.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
As you guys head over to the market, you see that lots of people are starting to amass as you kind of get the feeling that the conversation the conversation with the preacher is going to start very soon. And you head over and you find it takes you about 10 minutes to find the toy stall that you've been looking for to drop off these box of dolls. And she as you approach, Rue looks at you all. I hope you guys didn't have a hard time finding these. The kids down at the orphanage would really like them. I planned on donating them, of course.
That's great. Where do we put them?
She'll just kind of reach out her hands to take them from you.
Okay, I hand them over.
You guys have a good day, and hope you stay for the preach. I'm gonna stay here and listen. You know, nothing a good motivational word can get you through the next week.
Or next hour.
Hey, whatever your
Mister-
faith brings you, as long as it's a little bit of comfort, that's all that matters, right?
A little bit, yes. It matters.
And from there,
I was gonna say that the shadow sort of like slinks over as if it was about to like grab one of the toys. but then Dinu sort of like swats it away and it dissipates for a moment.
Need to teach him better habits.
I know. I can't even control my own shadow.
Sasha will just like wrap an arm around Dinu and just like will walk, I guess, towards the where the speech is happening.
yeah, as you guys make your way into the crowd to get a better look, you see a very large what used to be the hanging gallows in this section of the district prior to the veiling has now been turned into sort of like a podium to stand upon and speak about publicly. You know that tons of people in Felicity, typically when they need to speak a grievance into the world, it's customary for you to stand upon the podium and grieve of everything that you have. It's a very common practice, a way to be healthier about yourself and to get all of that anxiety and that distress and everything that you have balling up out. But once a week, the High Priest Ren from the Soul Curators comes to give a motivational conversation. And you see that Ren starts to climb the stairs. And he sits upon the podium. You see that he's dressed in this white, silverish, blackish, sort of grayish kind of tones. You know that he worships, again, the Sister Saints, the three, the Saint of White, the Saint of Black, and the Saint of Gray, each embodying a portion of life, death, and in the in-between. You see that he has his little cat with him. The little cat that always, when you look at it, you feel like it's almost transparent. But every time the cat stares at you, your skin crawls as if something more immortal is staring at you. And you see as Ren takes the stage, he goes to start to speak and address the crowd. Ren, can you please address the crowd?
Ren, with his long, dark hair, kind of awkwardly moves a hand to get some of the hair out of his face that moved in front of it when he took to the stage, and a very warm, albeit perhaps a bit tired, smile is offered by the younger man. Good evening, Felicity. I know it is another week under this dusked sky, and yet, here we are, another week blessed by life. Another week of sore backs, some tired feet, and short tempers. But another week the overlords expected us to give in to their demands, and it is another week that we disappointed them. Look around you. Truly, look. You do not see just a crowd of people. You see people with a passion for life. By every law the night has written for us, we should have given up, but we did not. And we are still here. We are here because even when uncertainty abandoned us, we chose to stand beside one another. I saw Mirabelle this morning. Some of you know Mira. She runs the soup line near the Mercy Gate. She told me, very sternly, that if I was going to speak tonight, I had better remind people to start complaining about the turnips. Now, I am not brave enough to argue with Mirabelle, so consider this your official warning. Stop complaining about the turnips. But I asked her how her week had been. She told me that they were short on broth, short on salt, and short on clean bowls. Of course, short on patience. But then, before I could say anything else wise or attempted to be comforting, she pointed at a boy, no taller than my hip, who had given half his bread to his little sister when he thought no one was watching. And she said, that is why I keep cooking every day, to see the next generation grow up. And I've been thinking about that all day. That is why we keep going. Not because every day is easy, not because the work is fair, not because any of us asked for this life beneath the veil. We keep going because there's still someone worth cooking for, someone worth guarding, someone worth teaching, someone worth carrying through the dark when their legs can no longer hold them up. That boy did not have much bread, but he had enough to give. And that, my friends, is the strength I see in you citizens of Felicity.
You see that the crowd applauds, rises through the plaza, filling the streets of Felicity with cheers and relieved laughter. You see that Ren lowers his head with a humble smile, one hand over his heart. He goes to address the crowd again, and then from above the veil trembles. The cheering begins to die as faces turn upward towards the sky, and across the velvet violet black veil, a ripple spreads like glass being melted. Lantern flames bend at this force, and banners from the sun's embrace snaps wildly, even though there is no wind pushing it. And the air grows warm for a first time in years. Above the city, a red gold light appears. It does not flicker like the sun. It gathers slowly, as if something vast beyond the veil has finally turned its gaze upon Zelcaster. You feel a holy presence settle over the plaza and onto your shoulders, and the red light glows. It takes the form of an angelic woman standing with a spear in hand, ready to cast it into something. Then, from beyond the veil, a sphere of divine light drives downward towards Felicity, and it strikes the veil with a sound like thunder, and the church bells breaking all at once. And for that moment, the plaza is flooded with dawnlight, and people cry out. Some fall to their knees, others simply stare, unable to take a breath into their chest. The veil never breaks, but it has broken in front of you today. A thin wound of gold splits across the heavens, piercing the veil, and it spills the first true light Felicity has seen in 5 years post-veil. From there, this light spear shatters, and fragments of this red gold fire scatters across the sky like falling stars. One piece descends toward the plaza, burning brighter than the rest, and it strikes Ren in the chest. His body stiffens, and then this crowd goes completely silent as Ren's eyes fill with this red gold light, and from his lips comes a prophecy.
When the sun is chained and the heavens sealed, a goddess struck a blow within its heel. From this wound came a saint whom the dawn shall break. First of prophet, last of choice, he speaks with the war in this goddess's voice. Gather the light the veil had weeped, and mend the bright with conviction and zeal. Bind it in silver, in sunlight, in blood, and raise it again from ash and mud. When silver teeth grow amain, let their oath remain the same. For fangs made dull, yet still know its pain. Not all who change were claimed by night, for those still thirst for light. Beneath the city, where the veins run, the forsaken shall march toward the sun. When the last Nephilim takes up the flame, the night shall remember her name. Yet dawn is brought by sorrow and flame. For if there is to be a sunrise, to be born of death's claim.
And from there, you see that Ren collapses, and people in the plaza are so shook by what's happening. You see that Ren collapses, and multiple of the soul curators who've come with him to accompany him on this weekly occurrence that happens, this motivational speech. They rush to his aid to see if he's okay. And you hear panic come in people's voices, confusion, and some people even screaming that this is some sort of playwright. You all are incredibly confused. Zach, Robin, how do your characters react to this weird information, this almost glimpsing of light that is now gone because the veil is completely close the wound that struck it.
I think Marius is. I think he's kind of like rubbing at like his face, like holding on to the remnants of like warmth he has felt from like light in a very long time, as if like trying to convince himself it was real. Like there's still a bit of a just a confusion on the rather odd looking hamster.
Yeah, Kimmy was stunned by everything, that when the veil split and that hint of light, her first reaction was almost to um see if look for somewhere to take cover. But then it was like, wait, that's light. That's good things. What the heck? Um, but then when Ren was struck, she kind of oh, tried to go towards the podium to try and aid him, because that the fact that he was struck had her starting to move that way to um defend and
Yeah, absolutely.
find a target.
You try to move through this crowd, and of course you have your
Yeah.
hamster dad on your shoulder,
Yeah.
and you see a lot of the people are just so distressed that you can't really push through. You're such a small. You're still getting into your prime, and you still have such a wired frame that all of these discombobulated people is making it very hard for you to breach through.
Yeah.
Jade and Steve, your characters, your Silver Fang unblooded initiates. What do you feel from the things provided?
Hey, Cass, you know how I said superstitions never hurt anyone? I think I'm gonna take that back. Also, my eyes
I'll
fucking hurt right now.
I'll kind of use I'll yell out and start kind of like getting people to evacuate the plaza almost immediately, seeing people in a bit of a disarray, a loud booming voice kind of just yelling for people to like make their way in one direction rather than scattering amongst in a crowd. But something about the sunlight hitting me immediately, just a migraine in my head, something about the warmth of light that I can't it hasn't been experienced for 5 years for other people, but for me I can't even remember before the veiling. So it's something like deep. So it definitely, my head's ajar, but duty comes before anything else. So getting people to safety, using kind of like my stature and presence to try and direct people or pick people up who have fallen down so they don't get trampled. Trying my best to seem like I know what I'm doing.
And if anyone has been trampled, I'll be quickly patching them up and getting them on their way.
A lot of people are asking, but where's the cat? Well, the little kitty that was with Ren has now disappeared. But don't worry, he's not dead. Mark Doe, how do your characters react to this sudden, just everything?
Sasha's taken off guard and like jumps a little bit at the suddenness of the light, and he'll actually like take a step forward, kind of shielding his face from the light a little bit, and like reach his hand out and like place it on protectively on Dinu's chest, and just kind of like stand and just like sitting between like kind of this hope and fear for what's happening.
Mm, I'm gonna say that during the majority of the speech, Dinu is sort of like tuning out what is happening around him. But then when he sees like this bit of light,
This
he
flashbang.
finds yes, this flashbang. he he finds himself staring at it even though it's literally hurting his eyes. Just can't look away. Um and eventually after that he kind of realizes that people are panicking and running and a lot of things are going down and he's still like awestruck by the flashbang, so he just goes, what 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 happened? What 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 was what was all of that? Huh?
I do not know, but maybe it means we are not totally forgotten.
Oh no.
As you say, "Oh no," you guys hear, and all six of you hear the sounds of footsteps coming down from the streets. Footsteps that you're very familiar with. It sounds like the Sun's Embrace in their classic cadence. You see that about 100 Sun's Embrace fill the central markets, while a pair moves towards the stage. You see that the Sun's Embrace members move in and start to move the citizens and try to get people back to their homes and placate them where they can. They pick up the screaming children that have, for frankly, some of them that have never have seen light before until just now, and trying to help with the distress that something that is guaranteed in life for us today is not guaranteed for the people of Felicity. You see this woman, this very tall, elven Nephilim woman with gold hair that wears a full plate armor with a cape in the classic Sun's Embraces colors of red and gold. She is the shiniest thing, even when light is not reflecting off of her. And she bends down to Ren with a glowing hand and touches his chest. And you all see this as she extracts a foot long, what seems to be golden pole of light from him. And she looks out to the crowd and all of the Sun's Embrace who are currently trying to get all of the citizens out and around and trying to get them home. She speaks a word to them all. Get everyone clear. And to all the people here, if you are brave enough, it seems that Zamara has called for our help. The words Ren has spoken seem to be true. I knew this day would come when Our Lady of Light would come and save us. She is tired of these overlords' reign. Please, come, visit the Sun's Embrace Fort tomorrow and see what you can do for the cause. And with that, she helps pick Ren up off the podium, and they start to meander down the stairs.
Pardon me, GM.
Huh?
Would it be possible to attempt to sense motive the woman speaking?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, Marius, as like this showing of light and of faith takes place on the old gallows, the massive eyes of the hamster, much to his chagrin, peer towards the woman, trying to see if this is like an act or if this is truly a moment of belief. Let me roll you that blind perception check for you. Hiya.
Oh shit, you said blind? He doesn't have Foundry open. I was too busy. I had my script open. I was too busy. I was just like not even paying attention. No, absolutely. Give me 1 second. I will open that up now.
Not
Yeah. So
yeah,
not
get curveballed,
you.
idiot.
You know that you're not a member of the Sun's Embrace. I mean, you've always known her to be someone who's never made a joke in their life, at least after the veiling. She's always super serious, super commanding, and super proper about herself. She knows that she is the figurehead of the Sun's Embrace, a militia dedicated to Zamara, the goddess of the sun and war, and she speaks for the entire faction, and so she holds that in her regard. You get no distress, you get no issue from her command. It's very clear to you that although she seems kind of upset by what's happened, the words that she speaks is true, and she wants to help in some capacity.
I think Kimmy, you feel like Mari is like scuttling along like the staff you hold like up at the top, like squinting. Thing like you looks down at you.
What do you make of this? This is weird.
Yes and no. I mean, she's very devout. So, yeah, kind of seems like her.
Well, are you gonna listen, or are you gonna be busy with your soul duties?
No, I think I'm gonna listen. I wanna see if I could get more involved in this. Don't you?
Well, I was only gonna get involved if you got involved. I'm not really a self-motivated man at the moment. Also, I have to stop you for doing anything stupid.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid.
No. You're like your mother. You are very capable of doing something extremely dangerous and extremely stupid.
Forgot my mic was muted. As you're having a conversation with your father, you see that a little child pulls on your robes.
Yes.
Where'd you get that pet
Look down
hamster?
at the little.
Can I pet it?
Maybe if you ask him nice.
But he's your hamster. He doesn't speak.
I do speak.
Oh.
It's actually. It's my dad.
Okay.
The hamster gripping onto the walking stick you have like slides down like a fireman pole. But it's less like a clean slide, it's more like a slow like inch like until like he's like eye level with the kid.
I've
Got
never
dirty hands, kid.
I've never met a talking hamster before.
I have also never met a talking hamster before. It's the first time for everyone, little guy.
The kids down at the orphanage will never believe me.
Well,
I wouldn't believe me either.
Okay.
And-
I think I don't know. I don't know what the light did to my eyes. Okay, goodbye.
goodbye.
And she kind of
Stay safe, kiddo.
she walks like 3 meters away from you guys, looks back very confused, and continues to walk towards Mercy's house for the unclaimed, which is the orphanage in
The
Felicity.
orphanage. Yeah.
Any poor soul that may happen to be around the orc Nephilim that is possessing of this hamster currently, if they look, again, the hamster's mouth doesn't move when it talks.
No.
It's just like a voice of a mid to late 40-year-old orc coming out of a hamster. And after the child leaves, there's a bit of a huff. He's like, all right, gotta climb back up. Like, it's not too difficult, but like he has tiny hands
Doe,
and a lot of weight.
Joe, you
She
know
extends the staff at an angle so you can kind of scurry up easier.
Joe, you know I'm horrible at pronouncing names. Can you pronounce your character's name for me again?
Dinu.
Dinu. Dinu, you notice something at the corner of your eye.
Oh.
You see a little, very fluffy, very little, if that makes sense, black cat with a symbol on its white symbol on its chest breeze by your leg, and it looks up to you. I see you're having problems with your shadows. Do you need help with that?
Yes. That would be great, but why do you talk?
What do you mean? You're a creature of the shadows and you don't know who I am.
Busted.
I squint at the cat. Do I know this cat?
No. You. He gestures over to Shasha with his paw. You need to educate this one on their deities. And he kind of puts his face up in the air and like puffs his tail out and looks at you. Would you decide that I'm worth your time investigating? How about you come to me and we could talk about that shadow? I would love to eat it for you.
I look back at the shadow and it goes, well, I don't know about that. I'd rather eat you, you stupid looking cat.
You see the cat's eyes glow with an opulent violet-ish color. And you suddenly feel your connection to your shadow disappear for a moment as these intrusive thoughts that always project from your shadow just kind of disappear out of your head. That'll teach him. And then the cat will scurry off into the crowd and vastly be lost.
Are you okay, Dino?
I think so. Huh. My head feels clearer than before. This is weird.
And within
Yes,
moments,
very
the shadow comes back.
Never mind. You can't get rid of me that easy.
Look, we do not want to get rid of you. We just want you to behave, okay? Behave.
What is behaving if not pretending to be someone else?
We will talk about it later, okay? Again, and again, and again.
With that, you guys have this call. The leader of the Sun's Embrace has said that if you come to the fort tomorrow, that if you're willing to help, heed the prophet's mentions for the betterment of the people of Felicity, and if you are brave enough to take up the task, to come, all citizens are welcome, regardless of their faction status.
I definitely think that myself and Palm would have to report back first, but I assume that Draven and Veer would both be like, yes, absolutely, like this is a good opportunity. We help them, like I assume they're going to be in an uproar anyway. The Silver Fangs.
Yeah, and Kimmy would definitely go.
And I'm stuck with that one.
I imagine Draven having like a midday drink and he's just like,
Oh god.
just glass hits the floor and he's like, what?
What?
It's happening.
Is that the fucking sun?
What's the worst part about it is you guys know that the Hollowed Bastion is actually in under the catacombs section of Felicity. So some of your Silver Fang buddies may have not even saw the sun for that 5 seconds that it was revealed.
Oh, that would suck.
Yes.
That would suck.
Let's go rub it in their
Maybe
face
we don't.
real
Maybe
quick.
we don't talk about it. Maybe we don't talk about it when we get back to the Silver Fangs. Like whoever's underground is gonna be pissed.
All those initiates being like, huh?
You saw the what?
man,
The
this
fuck's a sun?
What?
What's a sun?
What do you mean it was a light?
Something actually happened with his speeches? Damn.
Right?
Damn it. I just thought he
Hey.
was gonna say that same old stuff again.
People.
Oh, I was shit talking on the way over here too. I was like,
Yeah,
"You
no,
believe
we
any of
both
this
were.
crap?" Oh, yeah, no, whoops, yeah. Damn now.
Yeah,
Damn
no,
now.
fuck. Yeah. I guess it's time to go. Fuck.
And with that, you guys go the rest of the night, going about your days, getting a drink at the bar, maybe going even to the House of Gentle Rest, the multi-denominational church in town where the Souls Curators are currently based out of, and you do what you need to do for the rest of your nights, to where you take your rest and wake up the next night. Nobody said
Kimmy,
morning.
I hope you know. Kimmy, I hope you know. You're woken up bright and okay, not bright and early. Whenever your dad wakes up is when you're woken up because he's just standing on your chest.
Hey, come on. We gotta be early. If you want to do this, we gotta make a good first impression. It's very important. You might make some friends.
In the catacomb.
Kind of remind me of
Oh,
my,
there's-
That's right. you
reminded
know,
me of my
you don't
dad.
Like me, those.
I'm
friends.
glad I'm able to channel that energy for you.
Well, my dad used to wake every time I was at his house on the weekend. He'd wake me up by just pulling on my toes. It was the worst thing ever. But he made me be up when he was up. So
You know, we take that kind of stuff for granted, and you know, Kimmy may have taken that for granted for a couple of years, and now there's a hamster, and it will not get off her
There's a
chest until she gets up.
hamster. It's like-
'Cause the hamster is a little heavy. It's a little bit of a dense
Scrub-
ball of fluff.
Yes. Get up, scrub your tusks, get dressed, let's go. Yeah.
Very important. You want to make sure your tusks are presentable. They're a very defining feature.
Fine.
While you're actually like taking time to get like dressed, he just lays on his back on the floor. Because what does he have to do to get ready? He's fucking hamster.
and for my Silver Fang members, how was your morning wake up after this experience?
I assume that we talked to either the captain or maybe even Draven addressed.
You definitely talked to
Silver
the
Fang
captain. She did address the Silver Fangs last night, but something that's out of the sort is Draven has stepped away, and the captain has not articulated on the fact why.
Above our pay grade at the moment, but we can speculate when we're outside of the barracks. I'm getting my weapon ready. I'm getting my backpack packed, rations set away. Like, I assume that we were approved to go and join.
Yes, they have said that any of the initiates that want to go to Fort Zamera may do so.
Seems like it's two husks with one crossbow bolt of you adrift.
Yeah. No, we probably in for something a little bit more than what we thought a first hunt would be, but good opportunity. The Sons Embrace are good people.
Yeah.
You hear
yeah,
one of the initiates kind of slings down from the end of the table when you guys are having your morning breakfast. You're like, yeah, they could be like the warlocks of Ezro.
That's true.
A little zealous for my taste, but you know, we lead together, we die together. C'est la vie.
If anything, the numbers are effective.
True.
I kind of whisper over to Palm, and I'm just like, say the what?
Is the language of Felicity. I don't know. I wasn't from here.
I'm not from here. But yeah, kind of getting our stuff on, getting packed up. Do you think Draven already made for the Sun's Embrace, or do you think he's going to meet probably some higher ups?
Captain does what the captain does.
True.
Not had liberty to tell us initiates.
No, but I mean, fun to think about. I mean, that was obviously striking for most people, and even I know that was not normal.
No, it's not.
Okay, with that, you guys will head out. I'm laughing that you know, I just had a thought in my head. Imagine being a Belmoran like tourist, and being one of the last ships to go on vacation in this very culturally rich city, just for the apocalypse to start.
Yeah. like I'm from the island, not from the city.
And Sasha, how do you two start your morning?
Sasha, I feel like, is very tired this morning because I feel like Sasha, Dinu, and the Shadow had a very long conversation about don't insult the talking animals.
Just wait until it meets the hamster.
Yeah, that conversation might come in handy soon.
Right?
You
see,
like me when I'm angry.
talking cats, it's friendly. You should be friendly to cat, okay? Do not be mean to cat.
I mean, it's kind of ugly, but okay.
That's fine. You think it internally, but not externally.
I think whatever I want. Fuck you.
We try later, okay? Maybe we go get breakfast. Maybe you want to go see what they're doing down in the other side of town? Maybe.
I think we should go and maybe help at the Sun's Embrace. That seemed really serious.
Do you think we need to tell Melvick?
Probably. He might think we're slacking up.
Oh, he definitely think that. Maybe we just give notes. Would that work?
A strongly worded note.
Leave something at the receptionist desk.
Yeah, Sasha's just gonna write a note. We're going.
Goodbye. So yeah, you head over. You drop off your note. You run out as fast as you run in, to make sure that he doesn't see you. Good enough for you guys. He's giving the morning meeting to first shift, and all of the things that night shift had done prior to their leave. So you slip in with no incident, drop off your note to the receptionist. She gives you a very grim look because she has to be the one that delivers this note. And you guys bolt out Scooby-Doo style through the front door. the six of you, make your way to the Sun's Embrace Fort. You guys know that Fort Zamaro is a fort from the pre-Veil that used to house a lot of the naval ships and different Navy members of Zelcaster's military force. It has been now since converted into the barracks, the study halls, the training rooms, the drill centers of the entire Sun's Embrace's operation. And the Sun's Embrace numbers about 2,000 to 3,000 at this point. The number has been growing within the last 6 months steadily due to some of the blood farms that have been shut down across Zelcaster thanks to some of the Silver Fangs adepts. But these numbers fluctuate all the time, and it's just a fact of life here in Zelcaster and Felicity. At some point, the six of you and your pairs find yourselves bleeding through all of the crowds, and you get to a few desks that are kind of set up in this makeshift way, and you see that 3 lines have formed, and you each pick a line by random, of course. It takes about an hour for the majority of you to get through the lines, but as you reach the front, you are greeted by what seems to be a clerical worker from the Sun's Embrace. And they look at you. Hail Zamara, can I please have your citizen IDs?
I'll kind of present mine.
You got mine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They look down at it, look at you, look down at it, look at you. The worker is very confused to see this hamster card is registered, or this card is registered to a hamster.
Look, look. It's weird. I understand.
No shade.
Not all the souls are contained. Okay.
I know. No shade. I just said every day you see a hamster. That's not on my dinner
That
plate.
isn't food, yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. No, I miss meat.
It's me.
The hamster like rubs at his face where tusks used to be.
Yeah.
Its pudgy cheeks are being like pushed.
It's like this. The one meme. I forget what's that meme again, where the dude's got both his hands like wiping across his face.
Oh yeah, the JJK
Yeah.
meme where he just like looks up.
Yeah.
They're gone. But yeah, they take each of your cards. They write down some information from you, and you find yourselves in a hall full of people. After another 25 minutes goes by, you guys have been sitting here for a while. About a few hundred people have come, and it's pretty good turnout considering Zelcaster. I'm sorry, Felicity's population is roughly only just a little over 5,000. 5,000 is a lot to fit into these 3 square miles, but you know the place is resilient, and the city is built up and built down, so it's crowded, but it's cozy. And it's something that you've learned to deal with at this point in your lives. No one here who's left alive is claustrophobic anymore in this world. But as you guys find your seats, you see that the figure before the woman, the goldish woman with the bright hair, this Nephilim woman, takes the stage in front of this plaque. She addresses you all. Thank you all for coming. I would like to say that your priest, High Priest Mogren, he is okay, but he has shed some light upon our darkness. Last night was not a coincidence. Zamara is calling us. She was able to pierce the veil with her holy weapon. And we really dove into the prophecy last night. And we surmise that the only way to break the curse, to get rid of the spheres that currently hold us into this sunless nights, is to reconverge and grab these articles of pieces of this weapon that she has sundered the veil with. And if we can reforge the weapon, we could use it to crack the spheres that the overlords are using to distill the curse and create the veil. And if we could get those together, we could find its carrier, and its carrier could bring forth the day of dawn, as the great prophet has surmised. And now what we're asking from you, we have drawn from parties that are currently here a list of individuals that we think, totally not as random of course, could pair well together. We have some assignments, and some of our Veil astrologists have put together the trajectories of these lights and where they might have landed, and we want to send parties out to go and find it, so we may restore it back to its previous form. I hope that one day we might be able to leave this all together. But if we don't try to fight for the people, Felicity, and ourselves for now, then nobody is going to save us. The gods have provided us with a gift, and we must endure. And with that, you see a woman that's all pale, wearing gray robes, with a stitched mouth, walks onto the podium. You guys all know this as a Pale Sister. And you guys know that the Pale Sisters typically keep the veil and the monsters under it out of Felicity through wardings provided by the god known as Ezra. And you hear a voice projects from her lips even though her mouth is sewed shut. Citizen ID numbers, when they are called, please coalesce together. You will be given your quest on the fourth night. Citizen 2562. Citizen 6031. Citizen 6924. Citizen 2197. Citizen 1438. Last but not least, Citizen 4975. Please meet with this curator, as she gestures to a Sun's Embrace individual who sits there with their hands folded, waiting. And you all hear your citizen numbers called, and this gesture towards this lady with a half-shaven head and short brunette hair.
I guess we're going over there.
Come on, gotta be first, gotta be punctual.
Oh,
Gotta set
yes,
that
yes.
strong impression. You could be a leader, you know.
Just like the hamster pushing your shoulders, which there's a lot more strength in the tiny hands as it tries to compel you to go faster.
Tom, what a stroke of luck. We're together.
Yeah, it's great to see.
Yeah.
Fuck, it would have hated being with someone not invited.
Oh, yeah. Two silver fangs on a team. I think we've got an unfair advantage.
That's what I like to hear.
As we are
Oh.
walking, can we see who's kind of coalescing around the woman?
Yeah, absolutely. And as you know, as you all kind of go towards Mark, how about you really describe Sasha and to the other players, and who do they see as they walk up to the Sun's Embrace curator that you've been assigned to?
So Sasha appears to be fully human. Sasha is wearing just like really like dirty, messy, like marred leather armor and like a red cloak with a fox medallion clasp on it, and has like multicolored like black and gray hair, and has like a medical bag at his side that is filled with like whatever bit of color that he could find around town. If there's any like herb lavenders and things like that, they might be partially dying, but he'll stitch them onto the outside of his satchel that he's wearing. And if he notices Marius, he's going to kind of like lean towards Dinu and say, "There's going to be talking hamster, okay? Remember what we talked about last night. Be good to talking animals, yes?"
Oh, I should poke the hamster until it explodes. Got it.
I do not like that. No, no. But maybe it'd be funny, actually.
No, don't say that.
And as your character kind of talks, how about you go ahead and describe your character?
Yeah. So what walks in is like this humanoid that mostly looks like a human but bleached of color, like just monochrome. And his hair is sort of like black, wispy, as like a sort of like shadowy particles. And he's wearing these like this sort of rag um black cloak and just looks overall like scraggly looking. And this humanoid is being followed by like a weird looking shadow that is just like staring, looking at everything.
And as you guys approach, you see what seems to be a small kobold and a boar man, and a what seems to be a younger, small-framed girl and her pet hamster. Robin, how about you go ahead and describe your character?
So, Kimmy is a young orc. Although her skin is a lighter shade that do see for most orcs, a lighter shade of green. And she has obviously hacked with a knife, short red hair. She is wearing a black armored coat and a spike gauntlet, and she does have the symbols of the three sisters, predominantly Celestine, on her clothing, on her armor, and she has a staff, and on her shoulder is a armored hamster. As she does kind of walk up and assess everybody and kind of give an eye. She gives a little bit of a wave to Pam because she's seen them around in the market and stuff before, but you know, kind of uh tilts her head as she looks at the shadow because that's like, that's strange and unusual.
And I know you're
You're like,
bursting at the seams, but yes, go ahead, nerd. Go ahead and give all your prolific glory of hamster.
Please.
Well, the hamster's already been described. Simple, wearing some kind of odd thing that looks akin to tiny full plate. Little full plate. Little itty bitty full plate. Giant bug eyes. Just boba-eyed hamster. That is like a dark, like a gray and black fur. But however, its little snout kind of lifts up where you can slightly see its teeth. And it's just like audibly sniffing before its head like snaps over to Sasha. And a full like 25-foot leap just lashes onto Sasha's shoulder. Hey, what the hell are you doing here?
What the hell
Like,
are you doing here? You're a hamster.
Well, my daughter's here, so you know, gotta. And like the hamster will like stand up on your shoulder on its two legs and like lift its hand up because it can't really flex like a person. Just kind of hold its hands up. It's like, you know, just gotta do my part. Kind of like sniffs a bit.
Sasha's gonna hold like his hand out, like, let me look at you. Come on, hand.
Yeah, you might want to check the straps. I think some got loose. As he like will like scamper on all fours onto your head and just kind of plop on his butt. And just kind of sit there, just kind of. And then he just looks over to
just kind of looks around at the other people here, just like,
Well, this is a motley crew.
And
scratches his nose.
Palmy, as you're seeing, this hamster and his daughter that you might know, who knows? What do they see?
Maybe. You see tall for a kobold, but still pretty short. He's red scaled, brilliantly red scaled, I might add.
Some
He
would say.
is, yeah. He is he's wearing leather armor, stuck with furs to keep him insulated, and all over his strapped to the armor and his belts is a number of pouches and a bandolier covered in magazines for his crossbow that's at one hip. That is a repeating crossbow. And among the pouches are a number of tools. Trained eyes can see healer's tools, thieves' tools, and a number of other knickknacks for exploring. And on the other hip, opposed to the bolt caster, is a slender dagger that is has serrated on one edge as its fang blade. And the most striking feature of him is the skull helmet of a wolf-like creature that he wears that's strapped to his face. Now that he's prepared for going out to battle mode.
Absolutely. And last but not least, Mr. Pigman.
Big pig man. He's a tall, kind of heavy set build, probably around 6 feet, but you can tell that he is very dense, kind of like a strong man with a bit of a gut. You can see some of the buckles on his half plate are like he had to create extra notches just to like make sure that everything fit correctly. He has these big dense tusks that protrude from the bottom of his jaw. He does in fact just resemble a like anthropomorphic boar. And while he doesn't have a lot of skin showing, but where he does, you can see this like thick hay-like like straw fur. If you've ever like petted a pig, similar. And while he has very, very straight posture, he just doesn't have the aura of someone who is trying to be intimidating or means kind of ill will. He has a very soft face, regardless of it being a little like bestial. And then his hand kind of on a pommel of one of the Silver Fang's like notorious fanged weapons, the heavy blade. And then his cape kind of has a couple different colors near the bottom that he uses for signaling people. But he would kind of approach. He would nod his head to each person and greet anyone who would greet him as well.
As you guys all come up to your curator and you size up your other 4 compatriots now. You see that the woman looks to you. She says, "My name is Giselle. We have a private room we can attend to get out of all this noise. The Pale Sister's going to keep calling those numbers for the next hour, so we should better leave. Follow me."
Yes,
Follow
ma'am.
along.
And she brings you down a hallway leading out from the room, eventually taking a right and then a left and then a right, bending through the hallways. You find yourselves at a door, and she opens it, and the door reveals to give access to a table with about 8 chairs. "Please, after you."
Take a seat.
Sit down with a clang.
Yeah.
I think that like as we're led to like a proper room, it'd be like,
Hold on.
and he will like jump onto the table and just kind of sit near like Kimmy and just kind of again on his little furry little hamster rump and just kind of again the stupid bug eyes like scanning. There is as large as they are, as comically large as they are, there is like an attempt at intelligence in those eyes as he like takes you all in. But he waits for what the curator is going to say first before whatever spiel he may have.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know this is hard, and what has happened yesterday was even harder. I want you all to know that us here at the Sun's Embrace, we think you are very brave just for showing up today, and we're happy to see citizens care for what happens in the future. We would like to, if you all agree, of course, remember this is a volunteer procedure. If you don't feel comfortable with doing the mission set upon you that we have, you're free to live out your days still here in Felicity, but we could really use your help. We discovered that this weapon that Zamara casted upon the veil shattered into 15 different pieces. Now, we have one, of course, the one that was casted into Ren, giving us this prophecy. Some of our veil astrologists were able to pinpoint at least some areas that some of the other ones might have been. If your group is willing, we'd be honored if you could go out into the veil and go seek one for us. We have the numbers to do this, but we can't defend the city and look for all of the 14 other pieces. So we're seeing if citizens like you would be willing to go out and procure them and bring them back so we may reforge the weapon to see if the prophecy holds.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was.
This has a chance to help people.
Win-win.
We would be glad to.
I mean, we have 2 members of the Silver Fangs here, so it shouldn't be too difficult to at least get out there. Don't know exactly what we'll see, but, you know. Kimmy's in, so I'm in, you know.
A paw scratches at an ear.
I do feel like I should specify we're initiates, not full.
Well, we're close. We're close enough. We're the end at the end of our unbloodied phase. We're ready to become initiates. You'll be in good hands. I promise. I wouldn't let anything befall my comrades. It would be a stain.
The hamster looks at you, boar man. He squints.
I like the cut of your jib.
A little finger, like a little claw, waggles in your direction, and he will sit up on all fours. He's like,
well, if we're going to be working together, I'm Marius Nazim. This is my daughter, Kimmy Nazim. Pleasure to meet you, I think. And yes, I know I'm a hamster. I was not.
I'm a boar.
Yeah, but like you're still.
and like he tries to like jump up, which again he jumps up like 5 feet, just like bare, like
I was a little more up here.
When you jump, Sasha's just like, Marius, this is why the straps keep breaking. You need to jump less.
It is the most efficient way I can travel. I'm small.
I will see what we can do about making them sturdier, okay? But
maybe we'll find something out in Zelcaster proper. If we're gonna
yes,
be out
we
there
do not
anyway.
need naked hamster.
No, that'd be really bad. I'm very soft.
So I have a question. Are talking animals just that common here, or I feel like I've missed something.
I've asked around. I've heard rumors of this mighty one here, and is it daughter?
Yes.
Uh,
That's
I
me.
listen. I won't get into specifics.
I
but no,
would
we've heard
I
you
would
around
like
there.
to. Are you guys biological?
All right, all right. I'll keep this extremely simple, so we do not have to revisit the topic. I'm like 47 years old. I was an orc. I know orcish. I used to work in the mines. I don't know how I got in a hamster.
I keep telling you I know how you got in a hamster. You just don't want to believe it.
It
I
sounds so crazy.
I kept telling the sisters that if they brought you back, I would do everything I could to help. They brought you back. I mean, Crux went missing and then you came back and it was you and not Crux. But I keep telling you it's because I made a deal with the sisters.
Marius does not look convinced, but he does not argue with his daughter. He just kind of like has like this like grumpy like squint.
Hey, I've heard from a mushroom ale farmer that souls just do funny stuff sometimes.
Yeah, you're telling me. Wait. Oh, I miss ale. Oh.
He just like being reminded of alcohol. Like the hamster kind of like melts a little bit like into his armor. Like
All right. Well, introductions are really important. What are your names? Well, I know Sasha. I'm surprised you're here. You're not really the what's the word? Dangerous type. You don't really strike me as someone who just wants to be around danger more than you already have to, at least.
Well, when I joined the runners with Dino here, yeah, you get used to it. So I follow Dino here too.
Right.
and then the hamster will look at you, Dino.
Oh, right. Well, my name is Dinu. Don't ask about the rest of that name. And I am also a runner. Don't ask about the shadow either, please. I know it's looking at you, but don't look at it. No, don't look at it.
Look, if you don't ask about me being a hamster, I won't ask about the shadow. It's that simple. I can respect a request not to ask.
He like squints as the curator, who's like, I want to know all the details. He like waggles a claw before he like continues over to like the two Silver Fang initiates.
Yeah. Staring at the shadow, and then being told not to ask about the shadow. We'll turn to you and introduce himself. Yes, I'm Palm Lone Scale, a scout with the Silver Fang.
And I am Cece, another. I'm a commander of the Silver Fang. And Palm here is something akin to an older brother to me.
Just older initiate.
Are you good at like? What do you mean? What do you mean? But like, do you have a commanding? Well, you are quite large. Do you mean like? What do you mean commander?
Oh, so the profession. Apologies. The profession of commanding. I use my and I kind of like take my cloak kind of from behind me, and there's like a string and a hook that goes into my thumb so that I can like grasp my weapon whilst also like doing movements with it. And I kind of give a rudimentary explanation of like I use this to help keep control of dangerous situations. I am Mostly, I'm a medic. I found you wear the heavy armor seems to demand a larger presence, but my passion is healing.
You know, I can really relate about that armor a bit. Damn, I guess it would be a good idea to kind of give what we. I'm good at lifting things. I was big into physical labor when I was a younger man.
You see that the curator slides a stapler towards you.
I'm gonna throw the stapler across the room. Marius is insulted. He just again, he picks up the stapler and just chucks it across the room.
All right, first of all, extremely rude.
As he just did something extremely rude. There's a bit of a huff.
I am very good at getting in people's faces.
Good. I'm sure you're used to riding on your daughter's shoulder, but if you ever feel the need, please take a perch on mine. I've got plenty of strength to spare.
That is a lot of real estate.
Yeah, it's like these like huge
Yeah,
pauldrons.
giant pauldrons.
Like he's like a thwomp if it was a person
like a
and a pig,
thwomp
I
if
guess.
it was a person. I need to see art one day of you just being a whole thwomp with like a boar face.
Like, it just slaps
Yeah.
the top of Subaru.
You could fit so many hamsters in this one.
So many hamsters.
We can pick up so many comrades with this build.
He will like point to you with his snout, Kimmy.
Tell him what you do.
I can channel divine power.
Damn right.
He like does like two arms like trying to look pumped. It's like proud dad. They're just like,
Yeah.
Excellent.
I focus on trying to destroy the husks as painfully as possible. Because
I
they
think we'll
need
get
to
along.
be destroyed.
Oh, we'll all get along for sure if we have that in common.
Yeah, she's like the strongest of the family. You know.
tries to look real casual and is so not.
Sorry, Sasha, we didn't catch your profession. If you're okay with sharing, feel free. But openness will lead to easier times ahead.
Yes, I am also doctor, but I also dabble in bomb making, poison, things that burn.
Fun.
It's very fun, yes.
I wouldn't say fun's useful. It's not, burning things not supposed to be fun.
Well, hold on. I've set off a bomb or two. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, no.
Personally, I like
We'll get you on
burning.
the throw.
I mean, two of my favorite spells make undead things burn.
Do not be jealous, Hamster.
Actually,
we give you
3 of
something to
them.
throw.
I'm not jealous. I'm just trying to still it's important to be safe, and fire can spread unless we're in a district with a lot of stone. Trying to build healthy thinking habits for the young lady.
No, we'll be careful. We will we won't be reckless. We won't endanger people. And I'm sorry, Dinu. I'm loud. What were you saying?
That wasn't me, that was, and he,
The shadow.
he just, yeah, the shadow that is now looming over the hamster, slowly reaching for it.
You'll notice I won't turn my head all the way towards you when I'm talking to you because you told me not to look at it, so I have to just
The hamster is unable to not look at the shadow, so he just kind of mean mugs it. He doesn't say anything.
No, Kimmy is staring at the shadow, absolutely fascinated.
Am I the
going,
only one?
Celestine must adore you.
If shadow talk, it usually very rude. Do not be insulted by it.
And I know this doesn't actually mean anything mechanically, but
The nicest person in the room.
Oh, I think
Marius
we're
will,
gonna be
like-
friends.
Marius like stands up, and I'm gonna taunt the shadow as I puff out my little chest, my chest plate. For some reason, the hamster seems slightly imposing. His presence, like he slaps his little paws on his chest plate and makes a ringing sound. And he just he doesn't say anything. He just looks to the shadow that just looming over him.
Dinu, I don't like this creature. It's so mean. It's not fun when they fight back.
You were going to poke him before.
Do you have your own name? Or are you just
I don't
Dinu's
know.
shadow?
What? And I look back at Dinu. I didn't name it, but
I mean,
I know Sasha has a name for it. What did you call it?
Death wish. Because he likes to
Death
get
wish.
in trouble.
That's cool.
Do not encourage it.
If you don't want to get turned into a pretzel, Death Wish, you be nice to my daughter. I'm making it your problem.
Okay,
Turn
so
all that
it's
rudeness to
nice.
me. I don't take offense.
Father, it's fine.
Okay, so be nice to your daughter, but I can be mean to you however I want. Yeah.
No, you can't.
Correct.
The moment you actually try and touch me, it won't end well for you. I got teeth.
And like he makes like a chopping sound, and it sounds like there's a heavy kind of clunk to the teeth, like cutting a carrot.
I am not sure about lessons we are learning here.
No. Communication's good. We're learning how to work together. We know who to point who in what direction when stuff starts not happening the way that we want.
I think that you are well acquainted then, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Apologies.
And
yes.
I would like to tell you about the shard that we're going to go send you to retrieve, assuming that the six of you agree on this passage.
Absolutely.
Well,
The hamster sits back on a drum with a heavy thump.
she stands up and grabs a long scroll tube and pulls out a very long piece of parchment and spreads it across the table. Before you stands a pre-veil version of a map to Zelcaster of all the districts and all the city corners and all of the main infrastructures throughout the large cathedrals, and things of that nature. She points to where you guys are in Felicity currently, and of course the fort. The fort is on the east side of the continent, or should I say not continent, but island, very large island. And she skims her finger all the way up to the northwest and points. The northwestern seaside markets, where they used to usually get in all of the tourists, from the western Belmoran coast. We believe a shard might have landed right, and don't take this as some sort of prophecy or whatever, but we believe it actually might be in the seaside market's courtyard, right next to Zamara's statue. I know things can be too on the nose, but that's what the veil astrologist said it would land exactly 3 feet in front of it. How she knew the exact distance, I'm not even sure. I don't really question those people.
I mean, I feel like it's good to question those people sometimes, Healthy skepticism.
For
He
sure.
says to the fanatic.
For sure. But when questioning the lady's light, it is not heard of.
A slow blink of the hamster.
Right.
Understood.
Palma would just be making, looking at the map and just imprinting map into brain.
As you're
Yeah,
doing,
I'm like jotting
Yeah.
down the notes of the mission and like all the details.
as you guys are doing that, you see that she starts to roll the map up mid like right. It's yours. It's yours. It's going to be issued to you. Don't worry, you'll have it for the entire time.
They need.
Never mind then. Continue.
She'll neatly roll it back up and stick it back into the tube. And since you are the most audacious about wanting this map, she will slide the tube down the table to you. And this tube is so large; it is about 2.5 feet tall.
That is when Pam becomes encumbered.
And you know,
No.
for everyone else, it might be okay, but you know, you're a small race, and so this is like 3/4 of your height.
I'm probably used to. I'm used to Pam just like handing me heavy stuff, and I don't really think about it. I just kind of like grab it, and then I just like put it like on the backpack.
I've got my own backpack. It's full of shit.
Okay.
I'll secure it to my backpack after being given the tube.
Now there is no deadline on this. We hope that you take her light wherever it's needed. But if you do happen to retrieve it, get back post haste and use whatever resources you can find. We're going to try to send agents out into the field to help where we can with all of the teams who are being established currently. But do try your best, and as a point of being, you know, grateful for your service, we've been instructed to hand you a gold card.
Oh?
She
What does that mean?
pulls out 6 gold cards and lays them on the table. These will give you a night anywhere you want in Felicity at any tavern, all the drinks and food that you could want. We want to make sure that you guys enjoy yourselves before you head out into Zellcasters proper. I think that most of you know, or at least speculative from over the years of conversation, that outside these walls, they are not nice. And many people who leave to seek something else, or to even go like the Blackblood runners, never come back. And so we want to make sure that you guys are well fed and drank before you go on your venture. And this is a way to pay for it, because we don't expect for you to pay for it. We want to make sure we honor you great citizens.
Marius picks up one of the gold cards that is the size of him, and he looks at his own reflection in the gold card.
I miss booze.
And he will just kind of set the gold card, like, he'll like waddle over to you, Kimmy, and just kind of hand you one, and then he'll like grab another with one paw, so he holds up 2 cards to you.
She'll take the cards and be like, I've never seen one of the gold cards before.
Well, you deserve it. You work very hard.
He makes the most accessible excuse as he just like sits back down, his little arms crossed. He's like,
And now you get 2. There you go. You know, all your hard work.
just ignoring some of the spiel from the curator.
Yeah, we'll take our cards as well.
Yeah.
We could.
Oh wow. Not me having a full dialogue with my mic muted.
Oh,
no.
F in the chat.
The curator looks to you all. I have to attend to the next group. I'm sure the Pale Sisters screaming my name at this point. You guys are free to stay in this room for as long as you need. But don't forget to use those cards before you leave. I mean, they're the best ration cards you can receive in town. I mean, typically only the faction leaders and their staff get them.
Mhm.
Do you have any other questions for me?
So where's... I don't... No?
Where would you recommend getting supplies to enter properly into Zellcaster?
Well, what are you looking for?
I've not had to go outside of the, the warding. So, what would you recommend?
I mean, make sure you have as much medicine as you can. I would advise that if you're traveling, that you also pick up some blood bags, of course. I don't believe you'll want to be donating blood to each other. Husks are very dangerous and they feed on only on blood. And long periods of time, especially to the exposure of such adversarials. I would pick a few up. I mean, they're sold everywhere. We sell them here. They also sell them down at Central Market. You could even go down to the hospital and find some. Other than that, if you can afford silver, I would definitely take that up. But silver, blood bags, maybe some food. I don't know how long you guys are going to be there. I mean, the typical traveler takes about 3 to 4 hours to travel there from this distance if they were walking. I imagine that will be triple the time considering all of the obstacles in front of you.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tom and I will make sure that we don't go out, missing anything that we need to make sure that we all come home.
Yeah, we all should have a blood bag, one each minimum.
At least, yeah.
If you guys require it, me and ACC here are trained to administer them. Or if worse comes to worst, transfusions.
I think at this, slowly Marius slink over to Sasha on all fours and kind of climb up your shoulder and over to an ear. Is like,
Hey, we might need to kill some hamsters. I can't get normal blood transfusions. And I can hear what they say, so I don't want to be around when it happens. But can you get me some hamster blood just in case?
if you turn to slightly look at him, his big bulging eyes looking at you pleadingly.
Where are we going to find a hamster at this time of night or morning?
On where people get hamsters to eat, man. If it costs money or ration cards, I can ask, Kimmy to give you some. It's, I don't want to ask the new guy. He seems very kind, and I don't know how you would take to mutilating hamsters.
No, it's fine. I will take gold card. We will get all hamster, and then, whatever we need.
Okay. I won't be around for it, because I can hear what hamsters say. It's kind of maddening.
It is okay, Marius. Me and Dinu go Shadow have lots of fun.
Okay, maybe I regret this a little bit.
Do not ask where the meat comes from, okay?
All right. Okay. Yeah.
We might be able to go see Susan or Miss Vey, one of the herbalist shops. They may already have animal blood for odds and ends. Wouldn't hurt to ask.
Marius looks a little embarrassed, but he can't really be quiet because of how his voice projects from him. So he slowly turns to Cece.
Oh.
Yeah, probably Susan. I could go ask her.
Yeah, if it's not too much to ask. I never really thought I'd be going out into Zelcaster as a hamster. If this goes well, I do know my way around some silver mines. So, I can help with that. Anywhere else, though, not really.
We're not exiting the city limits, so my prevailing expertise is not going to be of use.
Okay, well, we could take the rest of the night to go. I mean, you're all young folk. You could go to Dungeons, Wines, and Dines. I heard that's fun for people your age. And then in the morning, we could put together a little shopping list.
Isn't it the morning? Or like,
Well,
It technically
oh.
is
After we sleep.
morning currently. You guys slept and came here. Although
Yeah, this
sense of
is-
time is always thrown off considering there's no sun or moon to look at because the veil obscures it.
Just always tired.
Yeah.
Why don't we go get our supplies and then meet up at night at you said the Dungeons, Wines, and Dines. Why don't we meet up there by whatever time dusk would be, and then we'll go over and then head out in the morning. Or no, we can head out later today. I'm sorry, I forgot that she said that it would only take us.
Yeah,
Or
I
yes,
mean,
all
we
the
could-
obstacles. Yeah.
8 or 9 hours. Might be able to get there by the end of the day.
Yeah, true.
We'll leave in the morning.
You know,
Think
full
that's
day,
safer?
full day to prepare. You know. I mean, I've never seen a gold card. I don't think any of you have. So y'all will enjoy that.
No, you're
we
right. I'm
should-
being a little zealous. Let's take it slow.
And if we leave in the morning, that'll give CC here time to drill some drills into you.
All right.
I can show you the using the banner signals. Won't take but a couple hours.
All right.
And they
Well,
are drills, but
I can make sure me and Kimmy are up nice and early.
Oy.
Where would we meet to do those drills?
would I know if the barracks are kind of open to people, or do you kind of need to be Silverfang to be able to like even get in the gate?
I think it's a.
I
Sorry.
muted again.
Mm.
You know that the Silverfang are very strict. It is residents only and members of the faction, unfortunately.
So we
Okay.
might be able to do it here at the Sun Boys.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah,
their
that
their
would
their
work.
doors are open for the most part right now due to the
Mhm.
circumstances. Well, I think we've got a great plan,
So,
and everyone seems to love Hamster Dad.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's important to be diligent, okay?
How old did you say you were?
I'm about 46. Last I remember, at least.
Well, you're only like 10 years older than me. I'm
Oh,
close.
you know.
With
I looked more like 50, though. Working in the mines was not good on the complexion.
Mhm.
with that being said, now, and we have a plan devised where the 6 of you will go out to the northwest portion and meet at a place known as the Seaside Market. This market holding one of Zamera's great statues. You know that a lot of the gods have dedicated statues around Zelcaster, and they tower nearly 2 stories tall. To great effect, they are massive, and they're built in remembrance of these deities. Worshipping a deity these days is kind of hard, considering that half the time most of your teachings go unheard and your prayers are unlistened to, with so little gods being able to pierce this veil. That being said, I think this is going to be an amazing place to stop, guys. We can get into next session with you guys, having your chats, enjoying your lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever you guys, whatever part of the night you decide to go approach this gold
Right.
card. And with this prophecy in mind, it was great having you guys for our first session. And I am going to
Let's go.
Fun. Thank you.
Yeah, very fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Very fun.
Let's
And give me
Let's
one.
go.
You guys can stay right there. Just give me one moment to address our audience.
For sure, I'll meet it.
Mute up.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate you all being here. Keep in mind that we are going to be running every Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as our VODs will be uploaded to YouTube a week after they have aired. And if you're not a part of the Dusthaven Patreon yet, please go ahead and join. Help support the channel. All of our proceeds will go into our production and trying to improve our circumstances, and maybe even put out a Dusthaven comic by the end of the year, or at least sometime by next year. But we got a few projects we're working on. We're very excited to get them out of the way, and sometime in the future I would even really love to explore Dusthaven and its world entirely, because there's more than just Dusthaven behind this veil. The whole world of Belmora stands around it and is ready. Thank you guys. I hope you love the hamster. I hope you guys love the characters. It was a fun production. A little nervous, but you know, have an amazing night, guys, and I hope you enjoyed. See you later.